Welcome back to Heat. Here comes the main event, as Coach likes to put it. See, I gave you credit.
You have to give me credit, because anything cool on this show, it usually involves me.
Comes Grenier.
Introducing first, representing the Resistance from the province of Quebec, weighing 240 pounds, Sylvan Grenier.
And I'm going to say this once because I am the caller guy here. I call like I see it, and I have to give credit where credit is due.
Okay.
After what we just saw, after what Lita and Trish went through, a tremendous women's championship match this past week on Raw. Thank God Lita is okay after what she did out on the floor. And Lita realizing her dream, becoming women's champion. Congratulations in her home state of North Carolina.
Wow.
That's all I'm going to say.
That came from you?
Came from me.
I don't think nobody was expecting that. Oh, come on. Is he going to sing?
Canada.
Is he just screaming? Something.
Well,
you know what? I had a chance to speak with Robert about a month ago.
All right.
He says that Grenier, after all that's said and done, has a chance to be a recording star. Agree or disagree? Come on. Your credibility's on the line on this one.
What's he recording? Wild dog noises? Then maybe he has to record. But right now, Sylvan hasn't even had a chance to take off his ring attire, and Rhyno almost hasn't finished. This one might be over, essentially, as I like to say, before it even gets started.
Well, Grenier wisely moves out of the ring and tries to regroup right now. Rhyno just really fired up more than usual, but now makes a mistake just there.
What a shock.
Yeah.
What a shock. Playing to the crowd, wanting the crowd to say, hey, Rhyno, you're the greatest.
And look at this. I mean, bad news for Rhyno. Coach, let's go back to what you said about Lita. And, you know, that was just a great story for everything that Lita's overcome. All the torment that Trish, the emotional torment, hook of the leg, 2 count, Rhyno gets the shoulder up. Everything that Trish has done to Lita, for Lita to capture the women's championship was just fantastic. And you know what? Let's talk about that severe impact that Lita went through. I mean, we all know Lita came back from a broken neck.
Well, she did, and I'm just going to say that you never want to see anybody get seriously injured, and she almost did there. And then to continue with the match, to continue and become the women's champion, very few people have been through what she has been through. A lot of it was her own fault, let's face it, but a lot of it was not.
Heaven forbid there's a hook of the leg and just a 2 count. Heaven forbid you go through a whole session right now complimenting somebody. Of course, she had to get one dig in her. Of course, you know, her breaking her neck, part of it was her fault.
Well, the bottom line is that this is going to be very short-lived. It's a feel-good story, yes. She's in her home state of North Carolina, yes. But the bottom line is, Trish Stratus gets a rematch whenever she feels like it.
All right.
And whenever she feels like it, then Lita will no longer be the women's champion. That's all I've got to say about that.
I'm going to have to disagree, and I think a lot of the fans out there will disagree with you as well, saying that, you know, Lita's a tremendous champion. A nice drop kick there by Grenier. Let's see if Grenier can pick up the victory right here with a hook and outside like it. And Rhyno wisely grabs out to the bottom rope, kind of like Val Venus did earlier.
Well, as great as Rhyno looked a few moments ago, that's how bad he looks right now.
Yeah, he's reeling. I won't argue with you on that point. Coach, let's talk about Randy Orton going one-on-one against Edge this upcoming week.
It's a huge match, one of the biggest we've seen on Raw in some time. And Randy Orton, who was the general manager a couple of weeks ago and now is very excited because Randy Orton, as he said to me, last week on Raw, can now compete for the World Heavyweight title because Triple H is no longer the World Heavyweight champion. So we may see a new rejuvenated Randy Orton this coming week on Raw.
That's true, because that was very depressing for Randy Orton, knowing that he couldn't become the World Heavyweight champion as long as Triple H held the title. But what a match that's going to be. Coach, oh my gosh, the velocity just then of Rhyno into the turnbuckle. Coach, it took, what, 9 guys to separate Orton and Edge this past week?
It took a lot. There's a lot of animosity there.
No separation this week, though.
No, it's going to be one of those situations. It's going to be a sanctioned match. It's going to be terrific. And I don't know if Rhyno's going to be around to see it, though, because Rhyno is taking a beating at the hands of Sylvan Grenier.
Smart move by Grenier. Hooks the leg once again, and Rhyno, though, stays alive. I'll have to give the word barely in there. Rhyno grasping the back of his skull.
There's going to be a tremendous night when we see La Resistance go 2 for 2. Because La Resistance right now is in complete control.
Well,
they are. You see it. You understand that. And Rhyno and Tajiri, they've seen better days.
Yeah,
Let's face it.
Well, Robert came out on top, and let's wait and see. I mean, Rhyno is a tough competitor, Coach.
Yes, he is.
Rhyno's a tough competitor. There's a 2 count, like I said. Rhyno stays alive again. I don't know, what is that, 3 or 4 almost pinfalls so far, but Rhyno keeps on kicking out.
Rhyno, no
Showing
doubt,
tremendous heart.
is a tough guy.
Yes.
And the last few weeks, he had a huge win over myself because I was distracted.
Oh,
He's been fairly successful,
a
although
huge win over
he was the second person out of the Battle Royal. I lasted so much longer than him.
I didn't even catch on to that real quick. A huge win over myself.
It's one of the biggest of his career. Let's face it.
Well, at least in your opinion it is. At least in your opinion. All right, Coach, any kind of prediction what's going to happen with a returning Eric Bischoff with the title?
All I know is
instantly, are you guys going behind closed doors? Will you be behind closed doors with Bischoff? Is Bischoff going to make up the decision all by himself? And here comes Rhyno with the clothesline.
I don't know what's going to happen. I will have to consult with Eric Bischoff when I get to Huntsville, Alabama. We'll have to decide what we're going to do. I'll give him my advice. I'll let him know what I'm thinking. But ultimately, the decision will be his to make on what he decides to do in the situation involving the World Heavyweight Championship.
If you have anything to do with the decision process,
Triple H will once again be the World Heavyweight Champion.
Okay, well, as long as all the fans heard that right from the coach's mouth, no speculation, no rumors now. We have it on tape, and now Rhyno was picking up some momentum, but here comes Grenier once again. Here comes Grenier, another hook in the leg, and another 2 count.
A tremendous.
Grenier's playing with fire here.
Well, he's playing with fire. He needs to finish this one now.
That's right.
But this is much more competitive than I thought it would be. I did not think it would be poetry in motion. It has been.
Big back body drop. Rhyno setting up for the gore. Here comes the gore, Coach. This would be lights out for Grenier. If Rhyno can't connect it, here he comes, and Grenier happy. There it is! There's the gore! There's the cover! 2, 3. Coach! I guess Rhyno has the momentum coming off that victory over you.
Well, sometimes you get a little bit too cocky. I've even been accused of that myself. Huge win for Rhyno. But, brother, I got to get going because I got to get set to head for Raw. We've got a big, big week as we head towards the holidays. It's going to be a very, very holiday-type atmosphere this coming week on Raw.
Who's going to be the World Heavyweight Champion? We'll find out this week. For the coach, I'm Mark Lloyd. We'll see you next week.